and passports ready and proceed to the boarding gate. Thank you for flying Cathay Pacific Airways. 各位乘客你好，應該係
Attention please, the aircraft is now being refueled. Please remain seated and do not fasten your seatbelts. Please also be reminded that smoking is prohibited on board the aircraft at any time. Thank you.
皆様にご案内いたします。当機はただいま給油中でございます。シートベルトはお外しになり、お座席にてお待ちください。また当便は禁煙でございます。どうぞご協力ください。
各位乘客請留意，飛機現正補充燃料，請留喺座位，但無需扣上安全帶。我哋再次提醒各位，本班係禁煙航班，多謝。
Ladies and gentlemen, it is a safety requirement that all hand-carried items are securely stowed under the seat in front of you or in the overhead compartments. If any items do not fit in either of these locations or are too heavy for you to lift, our cabin crew will assist you in arranging these items to be placed in the cargo hold. Please also be careful when opening the overhead compartments as items inside may we also remind you to kindly take all. We would appreciate your assistance in closing the overhead compartments once they are completely full. Cabin doors will be closed after all passengers are seated. Thank you.
皆様、こんにちは。お手荷物は安全規定により、お座席の下、また上のロッカーにしっかりとお納めください。持ち上げることのできない重い荷物や大きすぎる荷物がありましたら、貨物室にてお預かりいたしますので、ご遠慮なくお知らせください。上のロッカーをお使いになるときは、中の手荷物が滑れることもございますので、十分お気をつけください。すべてのお客様が席にお座りになりましたら、ドアを閉め出発いたします。皆様のご協力をお願いいたします。
各位乘客午安。根據安全條例，所有手提行李都必須放於前面座椅下或行李櫃內。任何物件如因體積或重量唔能夠存放於上述位置，機艙服務員將會協助閣下將行李寄艙。請小心打開行李櫃，避免物件跌下。機艙門只會喺全部乘客就座後關閉。多謝。
Ladies and gentlemen, very good afternoon from the flight deck. My name is Aaron Leslie, and on behalf of Cathay Pacific Airways, I'd like to take this opportunity to welcome you aboard the service CX532 through to directly to Nagoya this afternoon. Joining me in the flight deck and flying us up is First Officer Justin Ip. Flight time 3 hours 27 minutes, and the forecast conditions for our crews are indicating relatively fine conditions. However, I do ask while seated at all times, you do keep your seatbelts loosely fastened just in case we do encounter any unexpected or unforecast turbulence along the way. Your in-flight services manager today is a very lovely Muriel. Shortly she'll be introducing herself and the rest of our team, and then showing you the safety equipment carried on board this aircraft. As this demonstration is important and relevant to your safety, please do give it the attention it does deserve. Already got to the front now, we're just waiting for the last of your bags to be loaded. We should be underway very shortly and expecting ahead of schedule arrival at this stage into Nagoya. So I won't trouble you anymore until just prior to descent. We'll update you with the latest weather and estimated time of arrival into Nagoya later on this evening. Thank you very much and welcome aboard.
Gentlemen, may we request all passengers to please be seated as we are about to close the doors for departure. Would all ground personnel please leave the aircraft now? Thank you.
各位乘客，請各位乘客就座，以便我哋關閉機門準備起飛。各位地勤人員請離開機艙，多謝合作。
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Cathay Pacific and my team, welcome on board CX532, our One World flight to Nagoya. This flight is operated in conjunction with Japan Airlines 7038 and Qatar Airways 5832. To our Marco Polo Club members, it's a pleasure to see you again. My name is Muriel, your in-flight service manager. Captain Aaron Leslie will take us to Nagoya in 3 hours and 27 minutes. We're looking forward to making your journey a pleasant and comfortable one. May I please have your attention for the safety demonstration? Thank you. Sorry for the interruption. Cabin crew, doors for departure and cross-check, please. Thank you. Take-off checks, please.
皆様、こんにちは。今日はワンワールドグループ キャセイパシフィック航空にご搭乗くださいましてありがとうございます。この飛行機は CX532 便、名古屋行きでございます。この便は日本航空 JL7038 便およびカタール航空 QR5832 便との共同運航便でございます。マルコポーロクラブメンバーの皆様、今日もご利用くださいましてありがとうございます。この便の機長はエリン・レスリー、インフライトサービスマネージャーはムリエル・ウリエイトでございます。名古屋までの飛行時間は離陸後およそ3時間27分を予定しております。日本人の乗務員も2名おりますので、ご用の際はご遠慮なくお申し付けください。それでは、名古屋までの空の旅、どうぞごゆっくりおくつろぎください。
各位乘客，謹代表國泰航空及全組機艙服務員，歡迎乘搭國泰航空 CX532環宇一家航班前往名古屋。本航班亦係日本航空公司 JL7038以及卡塔爾航空公司 QR5832嘅聯營航班。我哋更特別多謝馬可布羅會成員，好高興喺國泰航班上再次同你見面。我哋嘅機艙客務經理係 Muriel 小姐，機長 Captain Aaron Leslie 將會喺3小時27分鐘後帶我哋去到名古屋。我哋期待為你帶嚟一次舒適愉快嘅旅程。多謝各位留意。
Please be seated for takeoff. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will shortly be serving food and drinks. For your entertainment, we have a wide selection of video and audio channels. Program details can be found in the Discovery magazine, along with healthy flying tips to help you feel relaxed during your flight. We are delighted to offer you an exclusive in-flight shopping experience after the meal service. Product details are available for your selection and can be found in the Discover the Shop magazine in your seat pocket. Electronic computers must be turned off and stowed under the seat in front of you or in the... Electronic devices such as laptop computers may now be switched on. If your electronic device has Bluetooth or Wi-Fi functions, please ensure these are disabled as they may interfere with aircraft instruments and systems. For your safety, we recommend that you keep your seatbelt fastened at all times. If using a blanket, please fasten your seatbelt over the top so that we do not disturb you when the seatbelt sign is on. Thank you.
皆様にご案内いたします。まもなくお食事とお飲み物をお持ちいたします。機内エンターテインメントではいろいろなビデオや音楽をご用意しております。番組のご案内は機内誌ディスカバリーをご覧ください。また快適にお過ごしいただくための健康に関する情報も紹介しております。免税品の販売は後ほど行います。当社の限定品をはじめ、さまざまな品物を豊富に取り揃えております。詳しくは商品カタログをご覧ください。なお、電子機器類はただいまからお使いになれますが、Bluetooth や無線 LAN の機能がついているの計器に影響を与える恐れがありますので、それらの機能を無効にしてお使いください。この先、急に揺れることもございますので、安全のため、失礼いたしました。安全のため、常にシートベルトをお締めください。また、毛布をお使いの方は、毛布の上よりお締めください。皆様のご協力をお願いいたします。
各位乘客，我哋即將為你提供餐飲服務。為咗令你有一個更舒適嘅旅程，雜誌內附有健康飛行貼士供閣下參考。另外喺用膳後，我哋會出售特別為閣客揀選嘅精美免稅品。禮品詳情請參閱 Discover the Shop 雜誌。閣下現在可以使用電子用品。如果閣下嘅電子用品有藍牙或無線寬頻功能，請確保以上功能保持關上，以免影響機上儀器及系統運作。為保障閣下嘅安全，飛行期間請將安全帶扣上。多謝。
Ladies and gentlemen, very good evening from the flight deck. Captain speaking. We're just starting to commence our initial descent for Nagoya International Airport, where the weather for our arrival is a very pleasant 20 degrees Celsius. There is passing rain showers in the area, but relatively fine conditions for this time of year. There's a 1 hour time zone change between Hong Kong and Japan. If you wish to adjust your watches forward, present time at the moment is just coming up to 8:14 p.m. and present indications have us arriving ahead of schedule at 8:57 p.m. I do hope you managed to get some rest. Enjoy the Cathay Pacific service, for it has been our pleasure looking after you, and we do look forward to seeing you when you next choose to travel. So on that note, I'll say thank you very much and good evening. Cabin crew, you have 30 minutes to landing. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the seatbelt sign is now on, indicating that we're passing through an area of rough air. For your safety, you are required to return to your seats and fasten your seatbelts. Please refrain using the toilets. Cabin crew, your checks, please.
各位乘客，航機正經過一段不穩定嘅氣流，請留喺座位並扣上安全帶。多謝各位留意。皆様にご案内いたします。当機はただいま気流の悪いところを通過しております。安全のためお座席にお座りになり、シートベルトを締めください。お手洗いのご使用は大変危険ですのでお控えください。
Please prepare the cabin for landing. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now descending in Chubu Center International Airport. Would you kindly return to your seats and stow all your belongings, including loose items, shoes, and handbags? Place your seat in the original takeoff position, stow your table and footrest, and check that your seatbelt is securely fastened. Electronic devices such as laptop computers must be turned off and stowed under the seat in front of you or in the overhead compartments. Shortly after landing, cabin crew will advise you when it is safe to switch on your mobile phones. In a few minutes, we will be collecting your headsets and UNICEF donations. Cabin crew, your pre-landing checks, please.
各位乘客，我哋即將降落名古屋中部國際機場，而請返回原座。所有容易鬆脱物品，包括手提包及鞋，都必須妥善放置好。請調校座位至原來起飛時嘅位置，台面及腳踏收上，並扣緊安全帶。請將使用中嘅個人電子用品關上，並放置於前面座椅下或行李櫃內。航機降落後，機艙服務員會通知各位何時可使用手提電話。稍後，機艙服務員將收回閣下嘅耳筒及聯合國兒童基金會嘅捐贈信封。多謝各位留意。
皆様にご案内いたします。当機は中部国際空港に向け着陸態勢に入りました。ただいまの現地時刻は午後8時25分。気温は摂氏20度でございます。どうぞお座席にお戻りになり、お手荷物やお脱ぎになりました靴などは前の座席の下、または上のロッカーにお入れください。お使いになったテーブル、座席の背、足掛けを離陸時の位置にお戻しになり、シートベルトを締めください。これより先、すべての電子機器類の電源をお切りください。なお、携帯電話のご使用は、着陸後、こちらからご案内するまでお控えください。恐れ入りますが、ヘッドホンとユニセフ募金の封筒は、乗務員にお渡しください。ビジネスクラスのお客様はヘッドホンを元の位置にお戻しください。ご協力ありがとうございます。
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Nagoya. It is a safety requirement that you remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the seatbelt sign has been turned off. Please be careful when opening the overhead compartments as items inside may fall out. May we also remind you to kindly take all your belongings with you before leaving the aircraft. Mobile phones may now be switched on. It has been a pleasure looking after you, and we hope to see you again soon. Thank you for flying Cathay Pacific, a member of the One World Alliance. Thank you. Okay.
皆様、当機は中部国際空港に到着いたしました。安全規定によりシートベルト着用のサインが消えるまでシートベルトをお締めのままお待ちください。後ほど上のロッカーをお開けになるときは中の手荷物が滑り出ることもございますので十分お気をつけください。 お降りの際はお忘れ物がないようお確かめください。携帯電話はただいまよりお使いいただけます。近いうちにまた機上にてお目にかかれますようお待ちしております。今日はワンワールドグループ、キャセイパシフィック航空、日本航空およびカタール航空の共同運航便をご利用くださいましてありがとうございました。どうぞこの先もお気をつけてお帰りください。
各位乘客，歡迎嚟到名古屋。為安全起見，請留喺座位並保持安全帶扣上，直至扣上安全帶燈號熄滅為止。當打開行李櫃時，請小心，以免物件跌下。請離開機艙時，帶齊所有嘅隨身行李，避免遺留喺機上。閣下現在可以使用手提電話。我哋好高興為閣下服務，希望好快就可以再同各位喺環宇一家嘅成員國泰航空上見面。各位乘客再見。
For arrival and cross-check, please.